Due to the attributes of urban jungles made of concrete and metal, absorbing heat in the day and radiating it at night, room temperatures usually stay high even after sunset. Therefore, city residents rely on air conditioning for a comfortable room temperature, hence the rise in electricity bills. Moreover, the changes in environmental temperatures also consequently cause building cracks, corrosion, or effluence of leaking walls due to thermal contractions and expansions of building material. Therefore, KY Resins has dedicated more than a decade since the year 2000 in the research of heat insulation paint for energy savings and carbon emissions reductions, and finally developed an environmentally friendly product, the acrylic waterborne resins. The products have been awarded many patents and certified by many countries. Meanwhile, a variety of products such as waterproof, crack-resistant, and heat insulation paint have also been developed with excellent quality that meets the highest environmental protection standards of Europe, the USA, and Japan. KY Patent Constant Temperature Paint provides constructed buildings with protective shields of heat insulation for cooler room temperatures in summers, while warmer ones in winter. For the temperature test under circumstances of ordinary summer afternoons, the temperatures of 33 degrees centigrade measured on the coating of KY Patent Constant Temperature paint showed a drop of more than 20 degrees centigrade compared with the high temperatures of 60 degrees centigrade before application. KY crack-resistant waterproof structure system is a safe and reliable solution to the long-lasting problems of water leaking, cracks, and mildew on walls. KY Metal Constant Temperature Paint Cargo Test. KY Resins Company Limited especially commissioned the Plastic Industry Development Center and SGS for a series of safety tests and inspection on KY Patent Constant Temperature paint to study the effects of constant temperature control as well as energy savings. Four 20-foot cargo containers were first placed on the concrete ground at the same time and labeled Cargo A, B, C, and D, whereas Cargo A and B were equipped with 4.5T single-split type air conditioners. KY Patent Constant Temperature paint was later applied on the outer surfaces of Cargo A and C. For tests of temperature and air conditioning power consumption, with the corrected multi-point temperature recorders and current recorder during the following month. According to the experiment, the four cargo containers tended to have equal temperature readings at 6 a.m. before sunrise. However, the interior temperatures of Cargo B had reached 53.6 centigrade at 10 a.m., while the outdoor temperature was 31.4 degrees centigrade, whereas Cargo A in control group revealed a temperature of 34.6 degrees centigrade with a magnificent difference of 19 degrees centigrade. At 6 p.m., the interior temperature of Cargo A had come to the same reading as the outdoor temperature, while 8 p.m. for Cargo B. Under circumstances of a 9-day temperature observation with no air conditioning, Cargo B without coating appeared to be the one with the most temperature difference of 25 degrees centigrade between day and night, whereas under the direct sunlight without any shade, Cargo B without coating tended to have significant temperature differences of 15 degrees centigrade to 20 degrees centigrade from Cargo A with coatings. Air conditioning power consumption. Under the circumstances, a set temperature 25 degrees Celsius for air conditioning and start temperature at cargo A of 2.43 degrees, while cargo B was 3.64 degrees, there was a variance of 223 degrees 0.3 kilowatts per hour between cargo A and B for the 21-day accumulated power consumption, equaling 53.1 kilowatts per hour ping. The size of one cargo is approximately 4.2 ping. After the calculations, cargo A with an application of KY patent constant temperature paint had not only enhanced the air conditioning efficiency, but also saved 60% of electricity.
我们这个恒温器呢，最主要是靠里面的中空球在跟我们空气做接应。
The heat insulation effect of our product of constant temperature paint largely depends on the insulation materials of hollow balls that are 33 times lighter than water and weigh as little almost as air. Compared with the market-available hollow ceramics that weigh 1/3 of water and are 10 times heavier than our patent hollow balls, the heat insulation effect of our patent hollow balls has made a successful temperature drop of 5 degrees centigrade than hollow ceramics and 10 degrees centigrade more than pure white paint. The hollow balls are our key materials for heat insulation, and they are composed of such fine textures that you do not feel anything when touching them. KY patent constant temperature paint employs the static air inside the hollow balls for heat insulation, as well as KY patent resins for the best performance of water and weather resistance, in addition to low heat conductivity. Waterproof constant temperature paint for RC roofs and wall application instructions. The application of KY constant temperature paint on RC construction is the same as traditional waterproofing construction on the following 4 steps. First, clean the moss and stains off the ground and walls with high-pressure water jets. Apply RC structure primer evenly on the surfaces. After 1 hour of drying, apply RC waterproof and constant temperature intermediate coating evenly on the surfaces. After hardening, apply the second and third intermediate coatings, and finally apply evenly with patent constant temperature paint afterwards. Wait another 30 to 60 minutes for complete hardening after applications to accomplish the super effects of temperature control, heat insulation, humidity resistance, waterproofing, and dew-proofing. Waterproof water resistance test. Believe it or not, most of the waterproof paint or heat insulation paint available in markets all leak, more or less. To see it is to believe it. Let's witness the following experiment. Let's apply all kinds of waterproof paint available in markets according to the instructions for surface waterproof tests and membrane water containing experiments. Experiment 1. Apply the paint evenly on glass plates and soak the samples into the water after the coatings dry. Most of the painting products available in markets would have come up with skirts and bumps on the glass plates after 24 hours of waiting. Some have even peeled off from the glass surfaces. Experiment 2. Apply and wait for the paint to dry to form membranes. Place the membranes on containers and pour on the same volume of water as a simulation of ponding water on buildings. The water-containing samples had resolved when paint membranes melt out the alkaline substances. Some serious ones had even dripped. After 24 hours of soaking, most of the waterproof paint had water penetration down to the container bottoms due to the component of emulsifiers, even though the membranes had not broken. That is why most of the waterproof paint were not really water resistant. Only KY patent waterproof paint and patent constant temperature paint passed the harsh tests with the super effects of water resistance and deterioration free. Introduction of special paint for indoor and outdoor roofs, exterior walls, and bathrooms. KYRC Structure Primer is featured with good penetration to building foundations for complete structuration of concrete layer and coating adhesion. KY Fiber Waterproof Emulsion Paint is especially made for waterproofing engineering prior to tile decorations, available for all kinds of roofs, balcony, bathrooms, kitchens, and roof gardens. The product is featured with excellent effects of stretching resistance and extension, as well as waterproofing, leak-proofing, cement aging resistance. RC Structure Primer Fiber Waterproof Emulsion Paint Pull-Out Test. According to the pull-out test by SGS in compliance with CNS 3553 standards, most of the waterproof materials and primers available in markets only had sufficient tensile strength of 1.5 kN centimeter squared kilonewton, whereas the dust and stains on the surface coatings would affect the second phase construction structures. However, KYRC Structure Primer and Fiber Waterproof Emulsion Paint stood out with an excellent tensile strength of 4.3 kN centimeter square kilonewton. Such excellent adhesions are great solutions to cracking, peeling, and leaking of terrazzo and tile walls due to their insufficient adhesions with coatings caused by cement dust and stains. The design adhesion of KY constant temperature paint is said to be 10 kilograms centimeters squared, as 3.1 T for a circle area with a diameter of 20 centimeters. For other brands of paint, the paint might have been easily pulled off entirely with a force of less than 1 kilogram. Introduction of RC Crack Control Structure System, Expansion Joint Construction, and Interior Panel Construction. Clean up the wall and spray with RC Structure Primer. After drying, fill the gaps with yield resistance clay plaster evenly by pressing the strike-off board twice. After drying, apply the flexible clay plaster evenly on the entire wall to refine the pores for better evenness. Spray RC crack resistant structure primer evenly on the wall twice after 1 hour of drying. After drying, spray with the indoor and outdoor emulsion paint. The perfect wall of crack-resistant, strong extension, waterproof and stain-proof then was done upon accomplishment of the 7 steps. Expansion Joint Solution KYPQ2 Yield-Resistant Clay Plaster. Paint application on RC construction or partition walls used to be vulnerable to cracks or gaps due to cement expansion and contraction as well as earthquakes. However, the application of KY yield-resistant clay plaster 1 mm modification formula and RC crack-resistant structure system may be the effective solution to cracking problems. Experiment. Test for RC crack-resistant structure system, expansion joint construction, and indoor panels. When bending the building materials over 150 degrees, there were only cracks on the clay plasters, whereas no cracks and no modifications at all for the 7 layers of applications. Natural stone facade refurbishment. With the application of KY natural stones, there is no longer a need for tearing off the existing tiles of external walls or bathrooms when waterproofing or refurbishing. It takes just a few steps to restore the surface evenness with the effects of natural stone looks and waterproofing. Firstly, wash the tile wall clean with high-pressure water jet to see if there is any damaged holes or hollows. Fill the tile gaps with cement. After drying, apply RC structure primer evenly on the tile surfaces and the concrete gaps. After drying, apply KY fiber waterproof emulsion paint. After drying, fill the gaps with 1 to 3 cement mortars. After hardening, apply KY patent constant temperature intermediate paint. After drying, apply the natural stones evenly on the walls with trowels. Finally, apply stain-free clear lacquer after drying. The tearing down of tile walls and the leaking problems of indoor and outdoor walls as well as bathrooms can then be solved with the 7 steps mentioned above. A high-quality natural stone wall with the effects of waterproofing, constant temperature, crack-free and stain-free will then be done. "1 degree centigrade lower air conditioning setting, 6% more of electricity bills. KY patent constant temperature paint saving you 60% of electricity bills. Will cool down your room temperature with a drop of more than 10 degrees centigrade. Loving Earth, energy saving, and carbon emission reduction should be more than slogans. Let's begin with loving our homes together."